Santa didn't come. No presents for me, said little girl. What Hell's Angel did on Christmas Eve. Snow fell like quiet confessions on a city that had almost forgotten how to listen. On Christmas Eve, beneath flickering streetlights and boarded-up storefronts, a little girl stood outside a closed shelter with hands buried in sleeves too thin for winter. Her eyes searched the dark sky as if answers might fall with the snow, and the weight of a simple truth pressed against her small chest. Santa had not come, and there were no presents waiting anywhere. In that moment, the world felt vast and uncaring, and hope felt like something meant for other children, not for her. Before this story pulls you deeper, take a second to support it. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and the quiet power of doing the right thing when no one is watching, please like this video, share it, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel. It helps stories like this reach hearts that need them most. The little girl's name was Lily, though no one called it anymore. She had learned to keep her head down, to walk softly, and to never expect more than a warm corner out of the wind. Her mother had once promised that things would change, that Christmas would come back like it used to, with lights and laughter and something sweet on the stove. But promises had a way of breaking when rent was overdue and jobs disappeared. By the time winter arrived in full force, Lily's world had shrunk to a backpack with a few clothes, a scarf with a tear near the edge, and a belief that good things were rare and fragile. Across the street, a motorcycle rumbled to a stop, its engine cutting through the quiet like a thunderclap. The man who swung his leg over it looked like trouble to anyone who judged by appearances alone. Leather jacket scarred by miles of road, boots heavy as anvils, tattoos crawling up his neck like old stories etched in ink. He was known to most as a Hell's Angel, a man with a reputation built on speed, steel, and a life lived hard. His name was Marcus, and he had spent years outrunning memories he didn't like to face, especially on nights like this. Marcus had not planned to stop. He was on his way to deliver food to a community kitchen, a promise he kept quietly every December without telling his club. But something pulled at him when he saw Lily standing there, so small against the cold, staring at the ground as if it had wronged her. He remembered a Christmas long ago when his own hands had been empty, when his father's anger filled the house louder than any carol. That memory tightened his chest and slowed his steps. Lily noticed the shadow first, the way it stretched across the snow and swallowed her boots. She stiffened, expecting the usual, people walking past, eyes sliding away, pretending not to see. But Marcus didn't walk past. He knelt instead, not to tower over her, but to bring his gaze closer to hers. He saw the cracked skin on her knuckles, the exhaustion behind eyes too old for her age. He didn't ask questions that would hurt. He simply took in the scene and felt something shift inside him. The city hummed around them, buses sighing, sirens distant, a church bell marking the hour. Marcus shrugged off his jacket and wrapped it around Lily's shoulders, the leather heavy but warm, smelling of oil and winter air. He guided her toward the motorcycle, not as a command but as an invitation to warmth. Snowflakes melted against the chrome as they moved, and for the first time that night, Lily felt her fingers stop shaking. They rode slowly, the city lights blurring into soft streaks. Lily clutched the jacket and leaned into the warmth, fear loosening its grip with every block. Marcus took her not to a shelter with a locked door, but to a place glowing with light. It was a small storefront Marcus had helped fix up with friends who preferred tools to attention. Inside, volunteers moved with purpose, setting tables, stacking wrapped boxes, stirring pots that sent steam into the air. It smelled like bread and cinnamon and something close to home. Lily stood frozen at the threshold, unsure if this warmth was real or another thing she might lose. Marcus didn't rush her. He helped her find a chair, placed a bowl of soup in front of her, and waited while she took careful bites, as if afraid the food might vanish. Around them, people laughed softly, not loudly enough to scare the moment away. Outside, the snow kept falling, but it no longer felt like an enemy. What Lily didn't know was that Marcus had spent weeks collecting toys, fixing broken bikes, sewing torn dolls, wrapping them in plain paper with careful hands. He believed gifts didn't need ribbons to matter. He believed that dignity was the greatest present anyone could receive. When he returned with a small box and set it on the table, Lily stared at it as if it were a miracle. Inside was a knitted hat, a book with dog-eared pages and a brave hero, and a small wooden star polished smooth. As the night stretched on, something else changed too. Lily began to talk, not in long speeches but in fragments, sharing pieces of herself she had kept hidden. Marcus listened without interrupting, his own walls lowering brick by brick. He realized that redemption wasn't a finish line but a series of choices, small and steady, made even when the past whispered otherwise. Near the end of the evening, before the lights dimmed and people prepared to sleep, take a moment to pause with this story. If it has touched your heart, if it reminded you of the good still possible in this world, please like the video, share it with someone who needs hope, and subscribe for more stories that matter. And right now, leave a comment sharing where you believe kindness can begin, because your words might be the spark someone else needs. When Lily finally drifted into sleep, wrapped in warmth and surrounded by quiet care, Marcus stepped outside. The snow had slowed the city. Holding its breath, he looked up, not expecting answers, but feeling lighter than he had in years. Christmas had arrived after all, not with bells or miracles from the sky, but with a choice made on a cold sidewalk, a jacket shared, and a child reminded that she mattered. As dawn edged closer, Marcus rode away, leaving behind more than he brought. Lily would wake with a full stomach, a safe place, and a memory strong enough to last. The city would keep moving, imperfect and loud, but somewhere within it, a small light had been lit. If this story moved you, if it made you feel something real, please engage with the video and share it. Your support keeps these stories alive, and sometimes that is the greatest gift of all.